Imagine you wake up and the world is dead silent, you try to scream, but your throat feels empty. This isn't just silence, this is the end of physics as we know it. If sound disappeared forever, the first thing you'd notice is the lack of impact. A glass breaks, a car crashes, a bomb explodes, total silence. It sounds peaceful, right? It's actually a nightmare. Here is the what moment. Without sound waves, the air pressure on Earth would fluctuate wildly. Did you know sound helps stabilize atmospheric molecules? Your coffee might literally start floating away. Communication would vanish in a heartbeat. No more "I love you." No more warnings. Within 10 seconds, the world's 8 billion people are effectively trapped in their own heads. Transportation becomes a death trap. You can't hear a car engine or a horn. Over 1.3 million people die in car accidents yearly. That number would triple in the first hour. Animals would be the first to go. Bats use echolocation to see. Without sound, they are blind. They would starve or crash into walls within days. In the ocean, it's even worse. Whales communicate across thousands of miles using low-frequency sounds. Without it, they lose their families forever. The blue depths become a silent graveyard. By day 2, the psychological torture begins. Humans aren't built for total silence. In the quietest room on Earth, people start hallucinating after just 45 minutes. People would start eating loud foods just to feel something. You'd crave the vibration of a crunch in your jaw. Even if you can't hear it, you can feel the bones moving. Your balance would be ruined. The vestibular system in your ear relies on fluid and pressure. Without sound vibrations, you'd feel like you're walking on a spinning boat forever. The sun is actually incredibly loud. If sound could travel through space, it would be as loud as a jet engine. Without sound, the universe feels unnervingly empty and cold. Technology would collapse. Microphones and speakers are useless. Our entire digital infrastructure relies on converting sound into data. We are back to the Stone Age in a day. Safety disappears. Smoke detectors, sirens, and baby monitors are now just plastic trash. We would lose the early warning sense that kept our ancestors alive for millennia. Society would have to pivot instantly. Sign language would become the most valuable skill on the planet, but how do you teach 8 billion people a new language in total silence? Light becomes our new voice. Flashlights and lasers would be used to communicate across streets. Morse code with light becomes the new global standard for talking. We would start feeling the world. Music wouldn't be heard, it would be felt through floorboards. Subwoofers would become the only way to experience sound through pure vibration. Your brain would start making up its own noises. This is called musical ear syndrome. Your mind would play songs on repeat just to stop itself from going insane. The bond with our pets would change. Dogs rely on tone of voice. Without it, they'd have to learn to read our facial expressions with surgical precision to understand us. The world would become incredibly lonely. Sound is how we know we aren't alone. Without the hum of a fridge or the wind in the trees, the world feels dead. You would never hear your own heartbeat again. You wouldn't hear your breath. You would feel like a ghost inhabiting a physical body. Engineers would invent haptic suits. These suits would turn air vibrations into touches on your skin. You would hear a car coming by feeling a poke on your left shoulder. Our cities would look like giant silent movies. Text would be everywhere. Warning signs would flash in every corner because we can no longer rely on our ears. Visual arts would explode. Since we can't hear, our eyes would become 50% more sensitive. We would notice colors and movements we never saw before. Intimacy would change. We would focus on touch and presence. Maybe humans would become more honest, as you can't hide behind clever words anymore. Future generations would think sound was a myth, a superpower that their ancestors had. Like telepathy, they wouldn't even understand the concept of a melody. The solution to a silent world is adaptation. We would survive, but we would be a different species, a visual, tactile species that communicates through light and motion. But for now, sound is still here. Close your eyes and listen, the hum of your phone, the wind, your own breath. It's a miracle you probably ignore every day. Sound is the heartbeat of our reality, don't take it for granted. What is the most beautiful sound you've ever heard? Tell me in the comments before it goes silent.